Namaste to all. Wishing you all a happy New Year, happy Yugadi, Shobhakrit Nama Samvatsara 2023-2024. This is Prashant Ayu, your life coach and Jyotish Vidya Vachaspati, back on my channel Ahamevyam with yet another episode on your predictions based on notes. In case if you have missed my previous two episodes, that's part 1 and part 2, about annual predictions based on the position of nodes, that is Rahu and Ketu. Please have a look at it. The links are on the video and as well as in the description box below. And stay with me. So this Hindu New Year begins on the 22nd of March 2023 and extends till 8th of April 2024, and the name of the Samvatsara is Shobhana. So welcome to part 3 as well as part 4. What I'm going to cover is on your screen. I'll begin with the methodology for the annual predictions, because my methods are a bit different from what traditional astrologers use. Mine is very much closely related to the position of the nodes Rahu, Ketu, Bhrigu Bindu, and all those similar concepts. So please do have a look at my previous videos to understand it better. Nevertheless, I'll be covering the methodology in short in this video also. Then I'll be explaining how to grasp the readings, because these are generic readings based on your zodiac sign, be it your ascendant or moon sign, Lagna or Rashi. So how do you apply it to your own horoscope specifically? So I'm going to cover that in this video. And then I'll begin with the predictions and remedies for each zodiac sign. Aries through Virgo in part 3 and Libra to Pisces in part 4. So let's begin. If you are a student of astrology or an astrologer yourself, it is good that you don't skip this part and try to understand the methodology behind annual predictions in this video. Now, when it comes to predictions, as far as traditional methods in astrology are concerned, especially Vedic astrology, people take into consideration the gochara, that is the transit of the planets throughout the zodiac, especially the major planets, that is Saturn, Jupiter, and the nodes Rahu, Ketu. As well as people look at the Tithi Pravesha chart or the Varshafala chart, which again is then correlated with your running dasha as per your natal birth chart, and the yogas and combinations present in the natal horoscope. So combining all of these, certain predictions are elicited as far as traditional Vedic astrology is concerned. What I have tried to do here is to bring in a new unorthodox method, which includes the gochara or the transit of the nodes only, purely based on Rahu and Ketu. And along with Rahu Ketu, what is considered here the dispositors of Rahu Ketu, both the Rashi dispositors as well as the nakshatra dispositors, and the Bhrigu Bindu. Now Bhrigu Bindu are of two types: the midpoint between Moon and Rahu, and also the midpoint between Ketu and Moon. So two Bhrigu Bindus are considered here, and this is explained in more detail in my previous video, so please go back and have a look, as well as it is mentioned in my book Swarbhanu Rahasya, Role of Nodes in Destiny. As far as the annual predictions are concerned, it's a combo approach where I have taken the Tithi Pravesha chart for the new year, as well as the gochara of the nodes. So on your screen is the Tithi Pravesha chart. Although the new year begins on 22nd of March 2023, the Tithi Pravesha is taken on 21st of March 2023 night 11:27. So that's the chart right in front of you on the screen, where it begins with the Scorpio ascendant. The 4th house is occupied by Saturn in its Mool Trikona sign Aquarius. The 5th house, Pisces, is filled with Sun, Moon, Mercury, debilitated, and Jupiter in his own house. The 6th house has a conjunction of Venus and Rahu. The 8th house is occupied by the Ascendant Lord Mars, and the 12th house is occupied by Ketu. Now, in this Tithi Pravesha chart, if one has to have a deeper look in trying to understand the forecast, one has to also look at the Tithi Pravesha Navamsha chart. So that is also listed next to it. I wouldn't go much into detail on it as far as the individual predictions are concerned. Now, one thing to be noted here is below the charts you have the table which mentions the Gochara Karakas, Rahu Ketu, their Rashi and Nakshatra dispositors are mentioned, as well as the Bhrigu Bindus. So the key points to be noted here are that the moment of Mars, Venus, who are the Rashi dispositors of the nodes, Mercury and Saturn, who are the owners of the houses where the Bhrigu Bindu falls for the nodes. The movement of these four planets, as well as the two houses where the Bhrigu Bindus fall, Virgo and Capricorn. So the movement of these four planets, as well as Moon, into these houses and their mutual conjunctions, aspects and oppositions are going to trigger major events throughout this year, as far as world events are concerned, as well as your particular life is also concerned. And just a note of caution that all predictions will get modified as per your natal chart, place, time, situation and propensity. So how does one grasp these readings for your own benefit? That's what I'm going to cover now. Let me mention that these are generic readings. These are based on the Lagna or Rashi as applicable to the general public at large. And it's a new method that can raise eyebrows initially, but it definitely works. To understand how does this work and what is the method involved, you can purchase my book Swarbhanu Rahasya, Roll of Notes in Destiny, which is published by New Age Publishing and imprint of Motilal Banarsidas. It's available on their site mlbd.in, as well as on Amazon, Flipkart and all the other e-commerce retailers. So please do purchase and read it if you are a student of astrology or an astrologer yourself. Now, from the layman's point of view, how do you apply it to self? First and foremost is that you need to check the place, time, situation and propensity. For example, if I am predicting that for a particular Rashi or Lagna that you will succeed in your examinations, well, if you're not a student at all and you're not giving any kind of professional examination, obviously this prediction doesn't apply to you. But what does that mean? It means that you will get success in some kind of competition, any kind of competition that you may be involved in your life. So you need to actually be flexible as far as the predictions are concerned, and try to match it with your place, time, situation and propensity. And you also have to note the position of nodes in your natal chart, their Rashi and Nakshatra dispositors, as well as the Bhrigu Bindus. So for example, in the Tithi Pravesha chart, the Rashi dispositor of Rahu is Mars and that of Ketu is Venus. Now, in your natal chart also, if Rahu and Ketu are in these houses, or their Rashi dispositors are also Mars and Venus, whatever I'm going to predict further has a higher probability of coming true. And if it is otherwise, that is, suppose your Rashi dispositor of your nodes are actually the enemies of Mars and Venus, say for example Mercury and Jupiter. Now the propensity of the forecasted things to come true will be quite less. In fact, in the vice versa situation, all the predictions that are on the good side would get reduced, and the predictions that are on the negative side would get increased. So that is how you need to kind of weigh in each of the predictions and try to apply it to your own horoscope. So let's begin with the main part of the video, predictions and remedies for each zodiac sign. Note that this is as per Vedic astrology, that is Sidereal astrology is being used, and preference would be given to your ascendant sign, although you can also check the readings from your moon sign. For Aries or Mesha natives, Unexpected changes like sudden transfers, accidents, or diseases are foreseen throughout this year. So be cautious about that. Some kind of emotional turmoil due to loss of loved ones or landing in some kind of unwanted situations are also possible. So be very careful and alert in all your dealings and transactions throughout the year. You also need to avoid aggressiveness or confrontation with elders or superiors, otherwise you may be at a loss, and you will have to put in extra effort in all areas of life this year as compared to the last 2-3 years. And there's a strong possibility that you could gain from either inheritance, lottery, gambling, or speculation, although I don't advise any of this, but this is what the planets are telling me. Your mind will remain energetic throughout the year, so make good use of this energy and give it the right direction rather than diffusing it in unnecessary and wasteful stuff. And for many of you who have been suffering from some kind of chronic diseases since long, you will there's the more possibility of those kind of diseases getting cured properly and completely this year. So for the Aries and Mesha natives, the time that you need to watch out for would be July, August and September, where some major untoward incidents can occur in your life. The good times throughout the year would be around the months of June, October, February or March. So be prepared for some good news in these months. As a remedy, you can give money to your younger sibling or maternal aunt. Alternatively, you could help a needy patient. You could also gift a book to your spouse or family members, or you can bring any item from your office and place it in your safe at home. So bringing an item from your office doesn't mean simply stealing something. It could be a simple consumable or a stationery. You can take permission from your superiors, like a pen or something, or even a paper cup, and bring it and keep it at your safe at home. So these kind of seemingly simple and common remedies are actually going to affect your overall karmic sphere and give you relief throughout the year. For my Taurus or Vrishabha friends, procrastination, lethargy, carelessness, and overindulgence in sense pleasures are going to mark this year. So depending on your basic or natural disposition, many of you could waste your time by delaying decisions, just thinking, overthinking, and not taking actions. Many of you could indulge too much in sensual pleasures that you will lose track of your goals. And many of you who feel some kind of lack of energy may feel lethargic and stop doing the things that are actually needed. So be careful about that. Some kind of clouded judgment and wrong decisions may lead to troubles. So be very, very careful while taking major decisions throughout this year. There could be certain problem with begetting a progeny or birth of a child. So you can propitiate and take some remedial measures as per the traditional Vedic themes. Avoid trusting people blindly, because you could be misdirected by people this year. On the positive note, I can see certain overseas travels, gains from foreign land or people. So many of you could actually go for kind of migration, or find a job in a foreign country, or work in a multinational company in your own home country. So you're going to gain from foreigners and foreign people. And investment in lands and property will be profitable for this year. There can be certain new partnerships or expansion in a business is also foreseen. So get geared up for a good year. As far as the times are concerned, you need to be very cautious in the months of April, October and March to avoid any kind of negativity in your life. The good months for you this year would be June, December and January, February of the next year. As far as remedies are concerned, you can sponsor a student for studies or donate for local development in your local community, the place where you stay or your work. You can get yourself involved in developmental activities. You can also gift valuable to your spouse or family members, anything that is valuable to them. Or you can donate tools or equipment to a needy hospital or for a needy patient. These kind of simple remedies are really going to affect your overall karmic sphere and change the effects of the nodes on your horoscope. For my Gemini or Mithuna friends, rashness and immaturity will rule this year. So you need to be very careful about that. Do not take any hasty decisions and maintain your alertness at all times. Love affairs can fail and relationships can get very, very complicated. So those who are already involved in love affairs will find some kind of troubles in their love life. And even for others who are in a relationship, whether it is a marriage relationship or even any other type of relationship where there is some kind of certain kind of emotional bonding as well as give and take, things could get complicated for unnecessary reasons. There is a possibility that you may suffer from acute ailments and ill health could strike all of a sudden any time of the year. So maintain a healthy lifestyle to avoid that. Do not take any major decisions or any major changes this year. So try to sustain whatever has been happening so far rather than making some radical changes in your life. Income or gains from multiple sources can be seen. So you can actually plan accordingly to reap benefits. Acquisition of property, house or vehicle is also possible for those who are planning for it. And some kind of unexpected success is foreseen. That is something that was not expected in the regular course of things or in your routine life. Some kind of special unexpected success is seen. You'll have to check your horoscope to know what kind of success would that be. As far as time is concerned, you need to be cautious in the months of July, November and March. July especially for your health and especially while you're traveling. The good months throughout this year would be May, December or January and April next year. You can donate tools to a laborer or worker. Alternatively, you can donate a kambal or some kind of winter clothing to a needy person on the streets. You can feed grains to birds or donate food at a temple. These kind of seemingly simple remedies, if done with your heart, mind and soul, they are going to alter your karmic sphere and change the effects of the nodes in your horoscope. For Cancer or Karkanators, it's going to be a very busy year ahead with lots of stuff happening in your life. There is possibility of danger of loss of income. That is, there's possibility that you could be laid off or you could lose your job or your source of income. There could be certain fissures in your married life as well as in your business partnership or any other relationship to which you attach some value or emotion, or if there is some give and take involved in it. There will be some issues and tensions in all those relationships. So you need to analyze the pros and cons before taking any major decision for this year. And however, it's a good year to migrate overseas. So if you're planning to do your PR or get a work visa for some overseas country, you will definitely succeed in it. You will receive lots of support and advice from everywhere. That's the plus point here. And there is a possibility that you can gain respect, as well as you will have to shoulder on increased responsibilities in this year. As far as the time is concerned, you need to be really cautious in the months of April, August and November. The good months in this year would be June, December and March next year. As a remedy, you can gift books to colleagues at your workplace, books that they like to read and all, or you can also do some free professional service, that is help out your colleagues, or maybe if you're into some kind of independent work, do some free work for your prospective clients. That's going to help you. You can also help the needy elderly people, that is people, for example, people from an old age home. You can also provide full support to your younger siblings if you have a brother or sister. So these seemingly simple remedies are going to affect your entire karmic sphere and probably change the effects of the nodes in your horoscope. For Leo or Simha natives, there are major changes in your career and your overall karma in this year. So watch out for that. There is a possibility of facing loss in speculation. There could be some kind of drain in your savings through various kinds of expenses or litigation. There are chances of being misdirected, receiving wrong advice, and you could also face the irk of superiors, that is the people senior to you, whether at your workplace or any area of your life. Whoever is senior to you or has some control or authority over you will not be properly disposed towards you in this year. And so you need to perform certain kind of self-introspection to put things right in your life. On the positive note, you can succeed in competitive exams, interviews, etc. So that's a good thing that you can take advantage of this year. Also, proficiency in research work, and if you're interested, you could also gain some success in the occult sciences like astrology or tantra. And if you are involved in certain services like espionage, spying, knowing secrets, or even say data analytics, finding insights that other people normally can't, so you will find success in those areas. And the best part of the year is your enemies will definitely be defeated by the end of the Hindu year. As far as time is concerned, you need to watch out for the months of July, February and March next year. There could be certain mishaps that could occur in your life in these months, and the good months for this year would be May, September and somewhere around November, December. So you can expect certain good things to happen, or expect certain good news in these months. As part of your remedy, you can gift your spouse an earring, or elevate your business partner, give them more responsibilities as well as authority. That's going to help you in the long run. You can also perform a Maun Vrat, or the vow of silence, that is not to speak, at least once every fortnight. That's going to help you a lot in elevating all your troubles. And you can also help someone in need very discreetly, that is in secrecy. You can really find out if somebody needs any kind of help. It could be financial help, it could be emotional help, or it could be any other kind of help, and you need to help out that person without disclosing that you're helping that person. These seemingly simple kind of remedies are going to affect your entire karmic sphere and change the effect of the nodes in your horoscope. For Virgo or Kanya natives, this could be one of the best years to move ahead in life, at least when compared to the last 3 or 4 years. This is one of the best years that's coming in your life. But there are possibilities of getting frustrated and facing losses if involved in illegal or immoral activities. So watch out for that. You could also face certain kind of ill health due to food poisoning, so be very wary of eating junk food and food from unknown sources. Do not procrastinate and take action as and when required. That's a very important advice that you need to follow in this throughout this year to make it one of the best years of your life. And yeah, there's a possibility of getting a major career boost in the first half of the year itself. So be prepared for that, and you could also reap the benefits of your past karma this year. That is to say that if you have done good, as you sow, so shall you reap. So if you've done good, it's a positive thing. If you haven't, then it could be kind of negative in some sense. And there's also a possibility of acquiring property or new vehicle somewhere around mid of this year. And as far as the timing is concerned, watch out for the months of July, August and January next year, where certain unwanted occurrences can take place and cause you a bit of stress. During the months of April, December and February, you can expect some good things to happen, and your life will take leaps and bounds in these months. As part of remedy, you can change your presentation or appearance, that is your dressing style or the way you appear itself. Alternatively, you can change your direction of sitting at workplace. Specifically, it's ideal if Virgo natives sit facing the north direction in the southwest corner of your office or your workplace. And you can also gift books to your own children or other younger relatives in your family. And it's good that if you donate a heating equipment to someone in need, say for example a gas, a burner or even a pressure cooker, this seemingly simple kind of remedies are going to affect your entire karmic sphere and kind of change the effects of the nodes in your chart. So I'm wishing you all a very, very happy new year ahead. Happy Yugadi to all of you. Hope that my predictions are making sense to you and are going to help you in charting out a better future for yourself and your family and your associates. Stay tuned. Ciao.